Hey there! Have you ever felt like something's just holding you back from success? Well, what if I told you the control center for your entire future is your own mind, and that you can completely reprogram it? In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how to build a true winner's mindset.
This really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? Success isn't about these external things we think we can't control. It all starts inside. Your thoughts lead to actions, those actions build habits, and your habits create the results that literally shape your future.
So, here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about the idea that your mind is programmable. Then, we'll dive right into the 4 key lessons: how to uninstall that faulty code holding you back, how to shift your focus, how to write new programs with daily habits, and finally, how to protect your whole system from outside interference.
All right, first things first, let's really dig into this foundational idea. Your mind operates a lot like a computer. Seriously, think of it as running on all these different programs that have been installed over years and years of experiences and repetition. If your mind is programmed for fear, you're going to avoid risks. If it's programmed for doubt, you'll always hesitate. But here's the incredible news. You are the programmer. You can actually uninstall those old negative beliefs and install new, empowering ones in their place.
So where do we even begin? Well, the very first practical step in reprogramming your mind is to find and remove that faulty code. I'm talking about those limiting beliefs that are just running in the background, secretly controlling all your decisions.
So what exactly is a limiting belief? It's really just a thought you've repeated so many times that it feels like an absolute fact. You know the ones, things like, I'm just not smart enough for that, or people like me don't get those kinds of opportunities. These aren't truths, they're just old mental programs. Okay, so how do we uninstall them? It's a 4-step process. First up is awareness. You just got to start listening to that voice in your head. Second, you question the belief. Ask yourself, is this really 100% true? And spoiler, it's almost never true. Third, you replace it. You can't just delete a program. You have to install a new one. And finally, you take action. Small actions that give your brain new evidence to support your new belief. And this is a perfect example of that upgrade. Instead of running the old program, I always fail, you install a new one, I grow from every single experience. It seems like a small shift in language, right? But it completely changes your identity and ultimately your destiny.
Okay, once you've started clearing out some of that old code, the next step is to retrain your mind's focus. Because here's the thing, your mind will find whatever you train it to look for. It'll find problems, or it'll find possibilities. It's up to you.
This is such a powerful idea. Think of your brain like a search engine. It will find an answer to any question you type in. The quality of its answers depends entirely on the quality of your questions. So are you asking it to search for all the reasons something is hard? Or are you asking it to search for solutions? Just look at the difference here. A problem-focused question like, why is this so hard? Well, your brain is going to give you a whole long list of reasons to quit. But a solution-focused question like, how can I solve this? That immediately puts your brain to work on finding a path forward. It's a game changer. Change the question, you change the outcome. Okay, so thinking differently is absolutely crucial, but it's not enough on its own. To make that new programming really stick, you have to back it up with daily actions, your habits. They're what truly write and rewrite your mental code every single day. The source material lays out 7 key habits. It starts with controlling the first hour of your day. Then, commit to just 20 minutes of learning something new. Build that discipline muscle on small, easy wins. Consciously practice positive self-talk. Set tiny daily goals to create momentum. Protect your mental space. And finally, take a few minutes to reflect on your progress before you go to sleep. This quote really just says it all. Motivation is temporary, right? It comes and goes. But your daily systems, your habits, that's what's going to carry you through when motivation inevitably fades. Success isn't some big dramatic event. It's just the end result of what you consistently repeat.
And that brings us to our final lesson. And honestly, it's maybe the most overlooked. You can't build a success mindset in a negative environment. It just won't work. What surrounds you is constantly programming you, whether you realize it or not.
I mean, just think about the input you get every day. Is it from people who complain all the time, or from people who talk about their ambitions? Is your social media feed just full of comparison and negativity, or is it full of inspiration and education? None of these things are neutral. They are actively shaping your thoughts.
So you have to be intentional about this. You have to identify and then limit the toxic inputs.
Control the conversations you get pulled into, organize your physical space so it signals to your brain that you're serious, and most importantly, choose your circle wisely. You need to surround yourself with the kind of energy you want to absorb.
And you can see how this all just comes together in this powerful loop. Your thoughts guide your actions. Those actions, when you repeat them, become your habits. And your environment constantly feeds back into your thoughts. To really, truly reprogram your mind, you've got to work on all three.
Ultimately, it comes down to this. You are the programmer. Your mind is the most powerful tool you will ever have. And if you program it for doubt and excuses, well, that's the future you're going to create. But if you program it for growth, discipline, and belief, you will rise. So the only question left is, what new program are you going to start installing today?